Right, setting up the tail. We've got basically the helicopter sat on an old hard drive mounted on a tripod. This allows it to spin freely on its axis, so we can set up the gyro and the tail servo. Right, so we want to be in about mid gain on the rate channel, on the rate gyro, just standard rate gyro, and wind it up and see which way it turns. So you can see it's turning anti-clockwise, so the rotors are forcing the body the opposite way to the rotor direction. So we need to move the tail servo a little bit more. So if it's anti-clockwise, move it in towards the tail. If it was clockwise, we'd move it out in towards the body rather. And if it was clockwise, we'd move it out towards the tail. So we'll move it in a little bit more. Give that a try. So it's still, the body's still moving against the rotor. It's anti-clockwise. So it needs a little bit more, just a little bit, a tiny little bit at a time, and you'll get there rather than too much backwards and forwards. Right, try it again. Wind it up about 30-40% throttle. You don't need too much, you can tell which way it's going to go. So that's a little bit better. It's still turning anti-clockwise though. So again, move it a tiny little bit in towards the body. We'll crank it up again, about 30-40%, don't need too much. So that's better, that's more or less holding where it is. We can sort that by increasing a bit of gain on the gyro, and it'll hold there quite nicely, and there we go. So next step, once we've got the set up in rate mode, we can check the gyro in head hold. So we'll switch to head hold on the TX, and it's got quite a high percentage of gain on this, about 80%, so we're going to start high and see what happens. So we'll bring the throttle up, it's holding, oh, we have a bit wag, the tail's starting to wag a bit. You'll find if the gain's too high, it'll wag. So what we need to do now is to decrease the gain on the gyro on the TX. So in gyro mode for head hold, we're going to decrease the gain, so we're going to wind it up a bit, and we're going to slowly bring the gain down until we get rid of the wag. I'm going to bring it up, there's the wag, slowly decrease the gain, and the wag, yep, that's okay there, that will do. So that's the gyro set in head hold, and in rate mode, the tail servo's set. So you can see the difference between head hold and rate mode, as if the wind's blowing against your helicopter in head hold, it should hold the tail in exactly the same place, whereas in rate mode the helicopter will turn to face into wind. So there we go. Let's have a quick see what it's like. Yep, that's not too bad. So you'll see if I push in rate mode, I can swing the helicopter around no problem. You switch over to head hold mode, there, the tail then wants to stay in the same place, so whichever way I try to move it, the helicopter wants to stay in the same place. So I can pull it, let it go, and bing, it'll bounce back to its the position you had it in. So there you go, there's the tail and the gyro setup. So I will move on to the next, ready to fly, I think.